I am out in the bush and I'm in the search of a old settlement that was out here. So I don't really know where it was other than this sort of area. So I'm just scouting around looking for signs. So I'm just looking around. And there's a bit of an old ditch over here, so that's sort of where I'm beginning. I don't know if it was there from something more recent or if it was there from the settlement days, but it's as good a place as any to start any kind of landmark you can find. So I'm on the lookout for bricks or glass or disturbed ground or any sort of indication. There is a lot of campers rubbish out here sort of that way, so I'm sort of going more this way, hoping to get out of it a bit and get a few less signals and hopefully some deeper older ones. And this one was certainly deep. It was a lovely sort of 2021. Out of the hole we got a big chunk of old wine bottle, which would have to be an old one because it's fairly deep down here. And our 2021 was a big sheet of lead. So I will check the hole again and make sure there is nothing else, but big piece of lead. So apart from that, I've found 2 1-cent coins, which are from campers of bygone eras. But other than that, I haven't found anything yet. So we're going to keep looking and, hopefully we can find where the people lived out here. So, it may take a while, but hopefully we can find some kind of place. So I don't know really how big the settlement was. It was only pretty small, I'd say. But, there was a school and a few families out here. So, it's definitely worth a little look around and see what we can come up with. Well, I've found a few signals here. Rusty old nail, pieces of a pocket knife, which may or may not be old, as in from the settlement days. But I did find a bit of a old brass tin, which looks pretty old. So I'd say that would be from the settlement days. Old squashed brass tin that's just falling to bits. But down here I found this one, about a 14, 15, and I don't quite know what it is. I will clean it up a bit better at home, but I don't know. Only thought I had was it's the top of a tap, a cold tap, but I don't think they had running water out here. But could have been lost here in later years by someone else, or dumped here. But maybe it's something else, but I don't know what else it would be. It doesn't really look too broochy, but don't know. Anyway, we'll see what else we can find before it gets too dark. There's our first rivet out here. And in this hole, I thought there were bits of china, porcelain or something, but I think it's just bits of bone actually. Could be wrong, but it just looks a bit bony, so I don't think it's china. Anyway, I'll see what else comes up. It is overcast, so it's going to be a bit hard to see, but I did find this one. It's a 13, or it was a 13 on the Equinox 800, and it's got it's got glass in there, and it's got a really shiny, doesn't really look shiny now with no sunlight, but you can sort of see it, this shiny, like gold, flaky colour through there. So the glass is all shattered, of course, but not quite sure what that was. I'm assuming some sort of collar stud, cuff stud sort of thing. But anyway, it's an interesting old little thing. So we'll see what else we can find in this area. But you know, you start finding things like that, and you're hopefully getting close to where people have been living. But anyway, I'll see what else comes up. But we haven't got a lot of time this afternoon, but we're just having a scout around and scouting out the place today. So, and then if we come back, we'll sort of know, you know, might have a spot to come back to. Well, we found an old boot cap, toe cap, heel cap, whatever it was. So that is a good sign. There's a lot of sort of chattery, don't know if you'd even call them signals, but you know, just annoying sort of blips that you're trying to see if they actually are a signal, but they're sort of not. But anyway, so I'm just digging anything that'll give me a good signal, regardless of what number it is, and seeing what comes up. So I haven't really found a patch with, you know, a heap of signals in it yet, which sort of what I'm looking for. But at the same time, if I find something like that, you know, I'll make sure I scout around and see if there's any other signals. But so far there's just a few scattered signals around, so you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But hopefully if we do find where the buildings used to be, there'll be a few more signals, but there may not be. Just don't know. So sort of, I don't think I'll find any bricks out here. I'm pretty sure all the structures would have been just little lean-tos made out of whatever timber they could get. But you know, I don't know if there's any roofing iron around, or I think they would have used wood roofs as well. But anyway, so any signs of glass or anything, and just looking at the landscape, trying to find any disturbed ground. So we'll keep moseying along and see what we can find. There's Horehound everywhere, so I can't rely on it to give me any clues. But anyway, we'll see what we can find. Had a 12 down here, and I found this, and I don't know what it is, but I thought it had writing on it, but I don't think it does. It's got a little hinge there, which is the iron pins rusted out. So it does hinge open like that and shut, and it's got clips on the side and another clip on that thing. So I don't quite know what that was, but something that hinged like that. And obviously these tabs on the side were to hold on to something. So I don't know, but anyway, it's an interesting little piece. So I'll put him in our pouch and keep going, I think. I will make sure there's nothing written on it when I get home, but anyway, one of those mystery items. Well, it's about windy enough to blow your socks off today, so filming's going to be a little bit hard, but it does sort of die down every now and again. But we are out in a forest, a bush today, and I know in this area there used to be a little community, a little settlement. So we're on the track of that, and we're going to try and find, if we can find where it was. Now there was a school and, you know, a little community of families out here. So I'm going to try and find that, and I've no real idea where it was other than somewhere around here. So we're going to have a little hunt, and I'm starting on the track. I don't know why, but it's a bit of clear ground and you can sort of see more of what's on the ground. So, you know, there's a bit of crockery there, a bit of glass, not a lot of signals, but, you know, I guess it's as good a place as anywhere to start. And then we're going to branch off out into the unknown and try and find any signs, any signals we can. So that's what we're doing today, and hopefully we'll stumble across some old dwelling sites out here. Anyway, I had a 19 down here, fairly deep number, fairly deep signal, and we may be off to a good start because that does rather look like a coin. So let's see what it is. It does look like a coin. Looks like a bent coin, but anyway. So gonna have to give it a clean and see what it is. I can't make out anything yet, so we'll give it a clean and we will be back. This brush from a second-hand shop the other week, and a really nice stiff one. So it'll be good for cleaning coppers. Lovely and stiff, but you know, not too harsh. But anyway, so our coin didn't clean up that well. I was just after saying it was a good brush, but it's not the brush's fault. I will be able to get it a bit cleaner. It's just, you know, really baked on there. But you can see the date down there, I think 1872, halfpenny, and somewhere on there I did get a glimpse of Queen Victoria, but a bit hard to see. You can just see her there. But anyway, it's just really baked on that dirt. So anyway, we got a date, so that's the main thing for the moment. 1872 halfpenny. So for a start of a hunt, that is pretty good. So we're going to see what else is in this area, or whether it's just a one-off drop. So, but anyway, certainly a good way to start. I don't know how this video is going to turn out with the wind, but I'll try and shelter you from it. And we're going to try a live dig here. Just over here is where I got that halfpenny, and we've got a lovely signal here. So we're going to see what it is. I've got my headphones on because of the wind, and it's hard to hear anything with it blowing down your ears. Anyway, we'll see what we've got here. 20 sort of 3, 7 sort of around those numbers. Don't think it's too far down. See where it's gone. I think we're still down our hole, so it might be a bit deeper than I thought. Anyway, I'll give it a dig, see if anything comes up for us. Haven't seen anything. Still down here. I'll just make sure we're digging in the right spot. down our... Looks like we are. It's just a deep one. So try and get everything a bit looser. And see what comes up. Well, still haven't seen anything. We are getting closer. So much for a shallow signal. It's going to be a deep one. Can't be far away now. And being so deep makes you wonder if this has been buried in again at some stage, or anyway, see how we get. If we haven't got it this time, we might have to turn you off and hang on. We have got it. What is that? Nelly say that's don't know. I was going to say part of a lantern, but I'm not sure. Just trying to see if that was a design on it, but it might be just the metal. So I don't think there's anything on that. It's a flattened bit of something, so we might just keep going, but if there is anything interesting on it, we'll see it later. Anyway, it's a bit of brass, so good signal, just a bit deeper than I expected. It's probably a bit less than the pin pointer down, but you know, the deeper you get, the harder the ground gets. There is a lot of charcoal out here in, well, this spot and every other spot I've dug. But anyway, so there was a lot of charcoal burning done out here, you know, during the war and probably before and after. But there could have been blacksmiths' fires and everything out here. So apart from that halfpenny, all I've been digging is shotgun shells and one rifle shell. But well, shotgun tops I should say. But anyway, so nothing else too exciting yet, other than a couple of rivets. But anyway, an old soft drink bottle here, one of the old glass ones. But you know, I don't think that's from the settlement days. I think that's from a later camper. Anyway, we'll keep looking, we'll see what we can find, but we're really just scouting around, trying to find any signs or signals. Hopefully we'll stumble across something. I'm sort of thinking that that halfpenny I found isn't an actual dwelling site as such, but just a dropped one. Apart from rivets, we're not sort of finding a lot. Rivets and rivet washers, but this Horehound here sort of makes it a little bit hard because you really can only do round it. But anyway, we'll see what we can find. There's sort of, you know, bits and pieces of relics around. But anyway, it's just sort of Horehound country out here. So we'll see what we can find in between it all. Now we're in a bit of a clearing here in amongst the Horehound, and I'm still been finding bits of you know, bits of metal, sort of machinery type of stuff. Haven't seen any real, you know, there's a few bricks, but I think they're more modern bricks, and, you know, a few bottles and stuff, but they're all modern. But anyway, so I'm still looking around. Anyway, came to a clearing, so I was swinging around in here, thinking what a relief from in amongst all that stuff. It's a lot easier to swing. And I had a 19 down here, and it's not a shotgun top this time. Look at that. We may have found another coin, which is, you know, great. I was sort of starting to think there wasn't too much out here, but we've got another coin. So let's see what that one is. Looks in a lot nicer condition than the other one, at least easier to clean, put it that way. So we'll see if we can get a date off him. Looks like 1875 there. So 1875 halfpenny here. So well, I don't know how much we're going to find today, so I will give that one a clean and we'll have another look. So we're back in a tick. Well, we're out of sunlight today, but there's our halfpenny, 1875, with Queen Victoria there. It has got just a little concave sort of bow in it. It'll be a bit hard to see, but it's not quite straight. Anyway, 1875, jolly nice. So we're going to do a few laps around this spot and see if there's anything else here. The wind's really picked up in the last few minutes, so I'm sort of glad I'm in a clearing here and not under any trees. Well, so far 19 has been a good number today, so we've got another solid 19 here. So I'll see what it is. Of course, because I film it, it'll be a shotgun shell or something, but it's a nice solid number, so we will see. And I've already seen something drop out, which rather doesn't look that good. I'd say that's a rivet. So there's no shortage of those out here. But I probably won't film too many if I can help it. Anyway, keep going. Well, apart from shotgun shells and rivets, we really haven't been finding a lot. Found an axe head and just random odd bits of rubbish, but down here I had a 20, and we have got that, which I thought, oh yeah, it's an aluminium cap, rather sadly falling apart, but giving it a rub, I reckon that is silver. So a silver watch case, but it is a pretty thin one and it's rather falling up to pieces. But anyway, I reckon it is silver, just the way it's cleaning up there, but it is very thin for a watch case. So anyway, I've just been thinking, it's a pretty sad old day when you haven't found a button. Every sort of 15, 16 sort of numbers I'm expecting to find a button. Nothing's come up yet. And we haven't got a button, but we did find a thimble. So we've got to be close. A day detecting without a button's like a ice cream without a cherry on top. We have got a corset fastener. So, thimble, corset fastener, we can't be far away from a button. 20 down here gave me a bit of a chase. We've got it out, and I don't know what it is yet, so let's have a look looks too thick for a coin, and in fact it's hollow, I think. Is that a ring or is it something else? I don't think it's a ring. Looks a bit, don't know, doesn't quite look ringish to me. Don't know what that is. A little off-cutter pipe or something. Anyway, we'll put it in the pouch and clean it up later, but I don't think that is anything too exciting somehow. Another toe cap. So there's certainly quite a few signals in this particular spot, which makes me think it is the site of a building. So I reckon I found one building site with thimbles and toe caps and watch covers and that. No buttons yet, but anyway, so I am a fair way away from where I found the 2 halfpennies, and I'll probably go back over there if we get time, but I'll certainly scout it around a fair bit of area and sort of, you know, mapped out in my mind where I reckon there might have been some buildings, and this is one of them. So anyway, let's see what else comes up. Da, 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 da. We finally got a button. Taken a long time, but we finally got one. I reckon it's the NE Plus Ultra. So there we go. But anyway, we've had our button fix for the day. Really thought I wasn't going to find one. There we go. Oh, we did find another corset fastener. And let's see. In a moment, I'll get the other one out and I'll see. But yeah, they are different. So they're not the same, off the same garment by the looks. One's bigger and different shaped. So 2 corsets. Anyway, there's a few good signs around here that there has been a dwelling, and corset fasteners, thimbles, buttons, and I dare say it was a household of some sort perhaps. So anyway, I may stop for a dinner break in a minute, but otherwise we'll see what else comes up. I did find a big chunk of lead pipe over here. I think it's lead, it's very heavy, and I didn't do the scratch test, but I think that's what it is, but big chunk of it. Anyway, I'll keep swinging. There's, you know, not littered with signals, but there are quite a few in this area, so we'll see what else comes up. Quite sure if that is a fishing sinker or a musket ball. I'm only going to guess musket ball, but till we clean it and make sure there's no holes through it, we won't know. So a round ball of lead. We'll leave it at that for now. And in the wrap up, we'll probably know what it exactly is. We did find another one, another button. However, it is the same as the last one, NE Plus Ultra. So the very best. Anyway, at least we're finding the very best buttons. So button number 2, and let's keep going. I've moved the location a little bit, but not too far, and we have found a thimble, another thimble. It's a bit of a smaller one, that one, and less squashed. So anyway, had a 14 down here, and we have got another button. It's a 2-hole, this one, and it has nothing on it, as far as I know. I haven't looked at the back, but I don't think it does. So anyway, not far away from the thimble we just found.